Imagine you're on a treasure hunt and you're following a map, searching for that one perfect spot to dig up a treasure chest that's just going to magically solve your career questions. And it sounds exciting, right? But what if after all of that digging, all of that energy and effort and time, you only find a few scattered coins? That's what the traditional approach to career planning can feel like. A constant search for that one right answer, but rarely finding what you expected. And most of us are taught to see career development like a treasure hunt, where the pressure is to pick the right path and land that dream job. But often this approach leaves us feeling frustrated, stuck, and unsure of where to go next. Instead of leading to clarity, it leads to confusion and anxiety. I'm Scott with LifeSketch Counseling and Coaching, and today we're debunking the 10 biggest career myths, those ideas that keep us feeling lost and stop us from building a career that is actually fulfilling. I'm going to go over each myth and how it affects us in our life, and then we're going to talk about how to have a different or a better perspective for moving forward. The first myth we run into is that there's a single pivotal choice, like picking the right major or finding that perfect job, that's going to define our entire career. And this myth leads to hesitation and indecision as people feel an immense amount of pressure to get it right the first time. It can cause anxiety and regret, making us feel like every choice is super high stake and there's no room for any mistakes. Think of your career as a series of choices and adjustments rather than a single defining decision. Each step is a building block, giving you the skills and experience that add up over time. And the next myth is this idea that career is a destination, that it's an endpoint. Like you finish a line once you find your career. People who believe this often feel restless and dissatisfied. They're looking for that dream job that might not actually exist. And this is going to create a sense of this failure or frustration as each job seems to fall short of our expectations. And a career is more of a journey rather than a destination, with plenty of opportunities for growth and redirection. When we see it this way, we're going to focus on continual learning, which makes us adaptable and engaged over the long run. It's easy to feel like you're the only one who's uncertain, while everyone else has their career figured out. I saw this a lot working on different college campuses where it seemed like everyone else knew their major and everyone else had the plan. What was ironic is I had hundreds of these conversations every semester. So this myth can lead us to feel isolated and insecure. You might feel behind compared to others, wondering why it's so uniquely hard for you to get this clarity. But most people figure it out as they go. Careers are evolving paths, and it's perfectly normal to feel uncertain or even to change directions multiple times. What we want to do is we want to embrace this journey without necessarily comparing ourselves to others, but more comparing ourselves to our past self and where we've been. And then there's this popular saying of do what you love and you'll never work another day in your life. This idea is misleading, and this myth can lead us to very unrealistic job expectations. And it's going to lead us to frequent dissatisfaction or burnout. Rather than focus on never working, aim on building a career that aligns with your values and allows you to grow, where you can make a positive impact. Meaningful work is often challenging, and that's part of it. In fact, most people, if it's not, they're going to get bored of it anyway. How many times have we thought, if I just had a different job, everything would change? This is a common trap. We might job hop frequently or chronically be thinking of different career paths, never addressing the real issue. This belief can lead us to disappointment when the same patterns of stress and dissatisfaction resurface with each new role. I think about that as we're bringing the problems with us. And career satisfaction often comes from within, where we learn to manage stress, and we're setting boundaries and have this understanding of what truly fulfills us. So instead of thinking that this new job is going to fix everything, let's start by identifying areas for personal growth and self-improvement as well. Whether it's a personality test or a career counselor, some people hope someone else or something else can just tell us this perfect career path, leading us to make choices that don't actually suit us. And this is going to create dependency and a lack of confidence in our decision-making and abilities. And ultimately, we just can't predict the future. Guidance is great and assessments are useful, but ultimately, you are the one that's going to have to make a choice and take responsibility for them. Use advice and assessments as tools, as insight. But remember that a fulfilling career requires exploration and self-discovery, as well as trying stuff out sometimes. Many people believe that if you just put in more hours or work harder, then you're going to reach your goals. In this career process and in career planning, often it's just this like keep thinking. And this mindset is definitely going to lead to burnout and exhaustion without any real progress. And I often see this in the job search as well. It's like if you don't know what you really want to do, you just keep scrolling. You know, this endless doom scrolling on Indeed or LinkedIn or something like that, right? And hard work is important, and searching and thinking is uber important, but it needs to be combined with a strategy and with self-care and periodic reassessment. Success is all about who you know, right? I mean, not exactly. Relying on luck can lead us to feel powerless over our career outcomes. And this mindset can foster a victim mentality where we wait for the opportunities rather than actively creating them. And while connections help and luck is great, taking consistent, intentional actions creates opportunities. Build relationships, show up prepared. Luck often favors those who are ready. Work doesn't have to be something you just get through. This myth leads to disengagement, where we settle for just any job. This mindset creates resentment and a lack of fulfillment in our work lives. Work could be something that you're proud of when it's aligned with your values. Look for roles that challenge you and offer ways to contribute meaningfully. And even if they're not always easy or super grandiose. The final myth is that all of this is pointless. But remember, work is an opportunity to create an impact. This belief causes us to overlook growth opportunities or dismiss the potential to make a difference. It leads to cynicism and a lack of motivation, making it difficult to find satisfaction in any role. What you do matters because you matter. All right, so those are the 10 myths that keep so many of us feeling stuck in our careers. But shifting away from those myths can open the door to leading more fulfilled and empowered career journey. Instead of trying to find that perfect job, think of your career as a path that you're continually shaping and growing. And if you're ready to take your career to the next level and break free from some of these limiting beliefs, check out my hybrid life and career coaching program called the Career Change Accelerator. In this program, we're going to work together to clarify your goals, break down barriers, and design a career path that's aligned with who you truly are. And you don't have to do this alone. I'm here to support you every step of this journey. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your attention. If this video was helpful, feel free to like or subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.